Hello my dear children, once again welcome back to class 11 microeconomic class. With the last class our third chapter got finished. So today we are going to start a new lesson. The lesson is titled as what? That is forms of market and price determination. Okay. So in previous chapters we have studied two major forces of a market, the demand and supply. These two forces interact with each other and influence the market price of the commodity. The producers and the consumer interact with each other and determine price of the commodity. To know the behavior of the buyer and seller, it is very important to know the place where they come together to negotiate and agree on the appropriate price. This place is known as market. So let us now study in detail a market and its forms. This chapter is divided into three main parts. So first part contains main market forms and second part deals with price determination under perfect competition and the third part deals with simple application of tools of demand and supply. So let us first start with the market forms, different market forms. So what do you mean by market? Okay, what do you mean by market? Market in economics is that mechanism by which buyers and sellers are brought together. That is, they are in contact with each other through any means of communications like telephone, letter, internet, etc. So, is the medium to bring together the producer and consumer. Okay. The market in economics, it is a mechanism by which buyers and sellers are brought together. So, there are four elements of market. First one, area. So, market is not a particular place, but it is the entire area where buyers and sellers of the commodity are in such a close contact with each other that transactions of sale and purchase take place. So there is no need for a particular area. They can communicate. The buyers and sellers can communicate through telephone, letter, internet, etc. So first element is area. Then second element is buyers and sellers. So who is buyers? The person who purchase goods and services for their satisfaction. So buyers and sellers. So who is sellers? The person who sell goods and services to maximize their profit. So these two persons, buyers and sellers, are essential component of a market. Then third one, there is a product. In market there is a product. So it is a existence of a product between the buyers and sellers which is being purchased and sold. So it is the commodity which in transaction between the buyers and sellers. Then the fourth one, competition. So for the existence of market there must be exist competition among buyers and sellers. So these four are the elements of market: area, buyers and sellers, product and competition. And there are different forms of market. So the market structure is determined by various factors. The main factors or main determinants of market structure are: first one, number of buyers and sellers. Second one, nature of the commodity. Third one, mobility of goods and factor of production. That is, movement of goods and factors of production. And the fourth one is price determination. So based on these factors, the markets are divided into two, that are perfect competition and imperfect competition. So these are the two forms of market structure: First one perfect competition and second one imperfect competition. And imperfect competition is again divided into monopoly, monopolistic competition and oligopoly. So this year you have to study only perfect competition. That is the first form of market structure. Perfect competition, and all others are deleted from your syllabus. So you have to study only perfect competition. So let's know about the meaning and features of perfect competition. Okay. So what is perfect competition? So perfect competition refers to that market situation in which there are large number of buyers and sellers of homogeneous product. Okay. There are large number of buyers and sellers selling homogeneous product. Okay. Homogeneous means same product. Then the price of such product is determined by the forces of demand and supply. Okay. So price in such market condition is determined by the forces of demand and supply. So demand is from consumer side and supply is from producer side. So forces of this demand and supply will determine the price of commodities in a perfect competition. Okay. Then the firm is just a price taker. So the producer is just a price taker. The price is determined by whom? The forces of demand and supply. So perfect competition is the market situation in which there are large number of buyers and sellers selling homogeneous product. Okay. So all firms sell their product at same price. Thus there is only one price which prevails in the market. In perfect competition there is only one price and it is determined by demand and supply. So the firm is just a price taker. He is just taking the price. He cannot determine the price of the commodity. It is determined by the forces of demand and supply. Such market situation is known as perfect competition. Then next is the features or assumptions of perfect competition. So first feature of perfect competition is large number of buyers and sellers. So there are large number of buyers and sellers but have no effect on price. Okay. It means that no single buyer or seller can affect the price by changing his demand or supply, as they all contribute a very small proportion to the entire market. So there is sellers or buyers cannot influence the price of the commodity. It is determined by demand and supply. Okay. That's why in perfect competition a firm is a price taker. Okay. Then second feature is homogeneous product. So in perfect competition all sellers are selling homogeneous product. Homogeneous means same product. There is no difference in the products. Whether it is there is no difference in color, shape, quantity, etc. They are selling homogeneous product. That is, all the firms sell identical product. This means that the goods produced by each seller possess the identical physical characteristics. That is, same physical characteristics and are uniform in every way in color, size, shape and quality. Okay. So that is next feature. In perfect competition, sellers are selling homogeneous product, the same product. Then third feature is perfect knowledge. So all buyers and sellers in the market possess a perfect knowledge because they are selling here the product, the nature of product is homogeneous. So everyone everyone have the perfect knowledge about the product, price and their quality, etc. So there is perfect knowledge about the product because they are selling homogeneous product. Okay. Then the fourth one is free entry and exit of the firm. So there are no barriers. Barriers means obstacles or any barriers for the new firms to enter the industry and exiting the firm to leave the industry in the long run. Okay, there is no barriers for entry and exit. Any firm can enter into the industries at any time and exit from the industries at any time. So, effect of free entry and exit implies that there are neither above supernormal profit nor losses for the firm in long run. Okay. So, there is no barriers to entry and exit of the firm. Then, the fifth one is perfect mobility. There is perfect mobility of the factors of production within the market which ensure uniform cost of production in whole economy. There is no occupational restrictions on the movement of factors. They can move to the industry which offer them maximum. Okay. So, freely factors can mobile from one place to another. So that there is perfect mobility of factors of production. Then sixth one, lack of transportation cost. There is no transportation cost because as there is uniform price which prevails in the economy. So product has uniform price and thus producer prefer to sell in nearby areas and buyers prefer to buy from nearest place. So there is no transportation cost. Okay. Then the seventh one is lack of selling cost. Selling cost refers to what? For example, advertisement cost. This is a selling cost. As all firms sell the homogeneous or identical product, there is no need for incurring selling cost by investing in advertising and publicity as buyers have perfect knowledge about the market. So there is no requirement for the firm to incur expenditure on selling cost because of identical product being sold by the firms. That is, there are uniform price being charged and presence of perfect knowledge amongst buyers and sellers regarding market condition. So there is lack of selling cost. Then the last feature is AR, that is average revenue and marginal revenue, MR curves are perfectly elastic. Okay, perfectly elastic. AR and MR curve are perfectly elastic. So why AR and MR curve under perfect competition is perfectly elastic, or why AR is equal to MR under perfect competition. So, perfectly elastic means if there is no or even there is no change in price, the quantity demanded is increasing infinitely or decreasing infinitely, decreased to 0 and increased to infinitely. That is known as perfectly elastic. So, in perfect competition, AR curve and MR curve are perfectly elastic. So, it means price remain uniform. There is no change in price. The curves are parallel to x-axis. So, the price is uniform as it fixed by industries. Price is fixed by industries. So, why there is AR is equal to MR? Because under perfect competition, the number of firms producing homogeneous product is so large that a single firm cannot influence the price as market supply remains unaffected, even if a few change the supply of the product. Okay, the firm can sell any number of units of the commodity at the uniform price. So we know that price is equal to AR, average revenue. So here price is determined by whom? The price is determined by the forces of demand and supply. There is no influence on a price of the commodity by the sellers and buyers. Okay. So if P is equal to AR, and it means that the firm has to accept the price as determined by the industry. Okay. So thus the firm is a price taker. So in perfect competition, firm is a price taker and not a price maker. So the firm demand curve is parallel to x-axis and the demand curve is perfectly elastic, and AR is equal to MR. Price remain constant whether quantity demanded is OQ to OQ1. Okay. So in perfect competition, AR is equal to MR and price AR is equal to MR, that is equal to demand of the industry. Okay. These all are equal in perfect competition, and also there are elastic, perfectly elastic and parallel to x-axis, because they are selling homogeneous product, and they are selling homogeneous product at same price. So there is no difference in price. So the price is determined by the forces of demand and supply. That's why this perfect competition market structure, the firm is the price taker and not price maker. Okay students, I hope you understood. So today we have discussed about one of the important market structure in an economy, that is perfect competition. Okay, perfect competition means there are large number of buyers and sellers selling homogeneous product, and price is determined by the forces of demand and supply. Because why? Because they are producing or they are sellers selling homogeneous product, and buyers and sellers have the perfect knowledge about the market structure. They have perfect knowledge about the quality of the commodity and price of the commodity, and whatever. They have the perfect knowledge. So here in perfect competition, firm is a price taker, no price maker. Okay. So that was about perfect competition. So in this year you have to study only perfect competition market structure. So study it well. It's an important question. So as usual, you have to watch the URL, attend the test paper, download your notes and study it well. See you in the next class with new topic. Bye.